Someday we'll get paid for this.
Welcome back to Open Resources, the show about the food we eat and the environment it's grown in. I am Oskar Castro. On today's show, we have updates on the Farm Bill stalling in Congress, implications on the bill for GMO labeling, and a rise in organic farming in the state of Wisconsin.
The hills are alive with the sound of
Efforts on the Farm Bill ended recently with parties on both sides at a standstill. It is unlikely that they will meet the congressional deadline of December 13th. The current Farm Bill funds $500 billion worth of agricultural and nutrition programs. If passed, the legislation would have a 5-year lifespan. At the heart of the conflict, the GOP wants to further cut food stamps, which is rolled into a nutrition program that falls under the Farm Bill. Passing by a vote of 64 to 35, the Democrat-led Senate version of the bill would cut $3.9 billion over 10 years, versus the GOP proposed $40 billion in cuts. Also known as the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, the benefit provides funding for 40 million hungry Americans. 49% of SNAP recipients are children, with 76% of benefits going to households with children. Let's just hope that the Democrats can keep the Republicans at bay and allow SNAP, at the very least, to remain at the current state of funding. The GMO ballot measure in the state of Washington that would require the labeling of genetically altered foods was narrowly defeated in the November 5th election, thanks to an expensive anti-labeling advertising campaign. Who's funding the You Don't Need to Know campaign? The Grocery Manufacturers Association. Those bastards have donated $7.2 million to opposing I-522 and has finally agreed to release the long list of secret donors after being sued by Washington Attorney General Bob Ferguson for violating disclosure laws. PepsiCo, Nestle USA, and Coca-Cola are among the contributors who each gave hidden donations of more than $1 million to ensure that you do not know what they put in their food. But even as Americans are slow to react to the dangers of GMO experimentation and contamination, other countries are continuing to reject our GMO products. China, one of the world's largest importers of corn, recently turned away another U.S. shipment, claiming the grain contained a genetically modified version not approved by Beijing. As independent reports from around the world begin to surface, GMO foods such as corn are being banned in over 60 countries. This has sent GMO food stock prices plummeting, and China's recent rejection sent corn futures falling to a 3-year low. Smart U.S. companies are already seeing the green in eating green. Chipotle is among the corporations to phase out all GMO foods from their menu by next year and even post which current menu items they currently sell that contain GMOs. Since that announcement in March 2013 to eliminate GMO foods from their menu, Chipotle's stock prices nearly doubled in 8 months. Other non-GMO companies like Annie's are also growing in leaps and bounds as Americans vote with their dollars. Annie's saw a 24% increase in sales this year, while huge GMO companies are getting hit hard. Despite Kellogg's donations of over $1 million to defeat the GMO labeling initiatives in California and Washington, Kellogg's stocks are plummeting, and their Project K initiative to lay off 7% of their workforce has continued the stock's downward drive. Kellogg's was ironically founded on Seventh-day Adventist practices, which is known for their emphasis on diet, health, and a holistic approach. Not sure how Frosted Flakes, Pop-Tarts, and Pringles fit in with those beliefs. Speaking of organics, a boom in organic farming seems to be happening in Wisconsin. According to a report by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the success seems to be in the establishment of farm cooperatives. All around the world, small farmers and food producers are joining cooperatives, which can increase chances for the survival of small food-producing businesses. Working with other organic food producers, these small farmers can get the type of support that one farmer on their own wouldn't have. Wisconsin's organic appeal seems to stem from a strong consciousness of developing sustainable practices with an evolving organic farming culture. A 2012 report by the Center for Integrated Agricultural Systems indicates that Wisconsin farmers are more likely to grow organic field crops to feed their livestock rather than buy organic feed like barley and hay to feed their animals. This complements the fact that a number of small Wisconsin cities are host to organic food producing cooperatives serving local and national needs for organically grown food products, and they are making lots of money in the process. Cooperatives are trending now, and the website localharvest.org uses a mapping system to help users find local organic food throughout the United States. In Wisconsin, cooperatives are giving small organic producers a leg up in the game as they go against larger organic producers and even larger industrial producers in the open market. That's all for now. Tune in again for more news about food and the environment in which food is grown in with yours truly at Open Resources, keeping it green since 2013.